Good evening, folks. I am a sign. Well, a minute I've made an arse of that. There we go. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Del Boy. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, thank you very much, and I hope you're okay after your loss.
After my loss. Oh, yeah. I've told you not to mention that. Aye, honestly. I was. What do you think of the video I put? You would not believe how long it took me to edit that video.
Do you know what? I was just surprised there was no copyright things on it. You know what I
Well,
mean? Rocky soundtracks. There
oh
was
yeah, but
Peanut Turney, simply the best tracks. I was
I
going,
know.
what?
If you're, I was actually going to. I was actually wanting to do. I was actually wanting to do Thunderstruck by AC/DC, but I've done I featured an AC/DC song before, and it actually was the video was blocked. The entire video got blocked.
Across all
So
countries, it would have been,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Worldwide, they call it. Yeah.
when I uploaded it, within a few minutes it said that you can't monetize it, which was fine. I wasn't going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, I didn't get any for Simply the Best. It was only for Seventh Son or Seventh Son, which is a maiden track, and also what was the other one again? Yeah, the Rocky track. Yeah, that was a weird one. Yeah, Neil has not had a facelift or whatever. Yeah, that is Del Boy. Neil does send his apologies. We Neil and myself planned what is the best 8-bit a live video. We're going to do a live video. Neil was going to be. We're going to film in my living room, and half an hour before we were due to film, I crashed my car into my house, so it was cancelled. So then we rescheduled for tonight, and then he messaged me about an hour ago saying that he had a migraine and he couldn't make it. So yeah, hopefully third time lucky. But that's yeah, you've got a good replacement, mate. So other
I,
things yourself,
I thought you were going to say his 8-bit chip blue. There we go.
how's mum, by the way, mate? Most importantly,
Um, she has her good days and her bad days. It's been a difficult week because we've had a death in the family as well.
yeah, I heard that. I
But
was sorry to hear that, mate. Yeah.
we've got antibiotics, we've got occupational health. You're aware today, Alan, that I might have to, end early,
Yeah,
but
you
and
knocked out.
continue. I'll try and come back, obviously, but
Yeah.
but all in all, my sister and I surviving really and learning a regime that's going to
Mhm.
be tricky, as at best. But we'll see how work will be with me and
Yeah.
how long the money holds out, to be quite honest, because my
Mhm.
sister can't drive. Well, she can drive, but she hasn't got a car. She doesn't earn anything. She's not got a job, but she's 2.5 miles away, which means she has to walk here. Which means that I'll give her
Yeah.
taxi money, but that then comes out of either my money or my mum's pension money. And it's the count.
There's
If
no way.
anybody knows, the council tax starts next week. The first payment out, which is always the first week of April, all our monies have gone up,
Yeah.
etc.,
Is
etc.
it the same?
So
Has
yeah,
your council tax gone up as well? Yeah.
yes, it has.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, ours has gone up. I think it's 12% or something.
The
It's
one thing is we're contesting it. Um, my dad lowered the what do they call it?
banned.
What zone you're in or
Like
whatever it is.
banned. What band you're in?
Band, that's it. My
Yeah.
dad lowered the band because we've got a tree that's outside our house that's a hazard where you could have an accident. He lost the court case, but they lowered the band to a lower band. And then when these costs went up, they moved the band back up.
So
It was
because you had a tree in your garden.
no, there was a tree outside the front of the garden that we wanted chopped down.
Ah, right, and it
It was
didn't
going to
belong to
be
you.
chopped down. It was
Yeah.
zoned to be chopped down, but then they didn't do it. They chopped all the other trees down, but not this one. So we took them to court, and they said, "Tough shit. Unless there's an accident that happens, it's staying."
Mm.
But they agreed that they would top the tree and all of this sort of stuff every 3 years, or blah 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 blah. But they also said because it's a hazard, we will knock your band down one. because of your condition of living. Because we live next door to a post office, and there's cars park out here all the time, all of this sort of stuff. But as soon as what happened with Labour coming in and the ban and the prices going up for the council tax, they increased the ban to another band, and that was an astronomical increase. So that wasn't very nice to have come through your letterbox at the same week as your mum collapses. No.
Yeah. No, I know, mate. Aye. I got a wee bit, nowhere near as bad as you, but I got a wee bit bad news. I found out that I wouldn't normally talk about this on YouTube, but I think I'm pretty safe in saying this. But my boss told me that he's effectively being he wouldn't be working for the company for much longer. And if you ask me yesterday, do you like your job? I'll go, great. See my boss, brilliant.
Yeah, because you've always said you've loved your boss. You think it's one of the best things about it is the fact that your boss has got your back all the time.
He's an absolute cracking guy. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to pan out. I'm going to end up with a new boss, and I don't know. But you know what? I'll roll with the punches. I've been there 1,000 times before, and it's like, you know, it's like anything in life. Things come along, and you get knocked to the ground, and it's like, you just get back up again, and you just have to adapt and try and roll with it. You know what I mean? But pain in the arse, because I really like my job, and I don't know how it's going to. I don't know how it's going to pan out in the future, but we'll not worry about that. Anyway, so gaming wise, what you been up to? I was watching a bit of your what's that game you started playing? It's in like any like a sort of nuclear base type thing.
Oh, Atomfall.
Yeah.
That I said in my blog, I'm not going to buy this game. Denny said that he was interested in it, and I said, nah, it's going to be like Fallout 4. I've already got a game a bit like it. It looked, and I said it looked very much like I was watching an episode of The Avengers from the 60s or something, right? And I looked at my emails from work, believe it or not, and they sent me some gift vouchers for certain websites that you can get keys for games. It happened when I was having my heart attack, so they sent them to me, and I never bothered reading them. You know, I was getting caught up, and I went, you know, this is work, this isn't work, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I managed to get the game for 12 quid. I thought, all right, not a problem. But I've played, you know, if anybody has seen the video, you'll see within 7 minutes, my mum called me on a panic alarm.
I did see that, yeah.
Right. And literally the paramedics were here for 4 hours. And I got back to my room. And of course, autosave was on and the video was paused. All I did was I stopped the video and turned the machine off. And I thought, I can continue from there because I've just crawled through a little hatchway. So maybe autosave has made it so that I can just continue from there. So I did, and it saved my bacon. And I did it because Steve and I, you know, we like playing some of these open source stuff. And I really did it purposely for Denny and Steve, really. And that's why it says first look rather than a series. Because I am enjoying playing that game, but I'm more enjoying playing my friends that suggest games to me because they're quick 10-minute things. Although saying that, this complete git of a person actually gave me a game that I played for actually 28 minutes. Totally destroying my logarithm of I won't be playing longer than 20 minutes. But what I hoped was it just proves that even though you might not be very good at a game, if you love a game, you will just keep playing and playing and playing. And also, it doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't matter how old it is. A classic is a classic, and a game design is a game design. That one is one of those all-time ones where I played it first on the Atari 2600 and didn't play it in the arcades till much later. And I had my arse presented to me when I played it in the arcade, and I just haven't been able to learn from my mistakes. And so everybody's come. It's amazing. I said, I've played it for forever, this game, right? And I don't learn from my mistakes. So many people have said, oh, but if you do it this way and if you do that, I don't learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
about, I don't understand about Otto. And
I want to try something tonight. It's going to be a Friday waffle. So I'm just laughing. My daughter's hamster is over there, and he's currently walking. He's holding onto the bars, and he's like in Gladiators. he's like that, and then he hangs with one hand. He's like, ah, and then he falls down. He's like a wee acrobat. Hey, he's just falling down. What was I going to say? Yeah, I want to try something a bit different now. What I want to do, there's 2 games I want us to try.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about Berserk. What I want to do is I want you to put Berserk on and play it, and I will try and tell you what you need to do, or else I could have a game and I'll talk through what you need to try and do. I'll have a game, then you have a game, and then I also want to try. What's that game that you're really good at? Is it Ghosts and Goblins? You're
Christ.
You're pretty handy at now.
I think we'll do Berserk because I've actually got somebody that might suggest that as a game.
Right. Okay.
And
right.
If I therefore play it, then I'm cheating a little bit.
Right. Well, tell you what. Right. How should we? What I've managed to do. Obviously, I'm using StreamYard to make this video. But what I've done is I've got OBS opened on my other screen, and I've got OBS full screen. So if I go like that, bink, it's like full screen Mister.
Right.
Which is quite good. I don't know if you'll get the sound. I've no idea. It doesn't really matter. So, can you set it up as well? Can you set up if you run OBS, and then what you do is if you right click, you can't see that. If you right click the actual screen, you can make it full screen like I've got there.
I'll see if I can. Hang on.
Aye. So open up OBS, and then what you need to do is you.
Just bear with me.
Yeah, no problem. Steve is asking, Al, have you done a nice and nasty with Lewis? I haven't actually. No. I mean, there's. Well, I don't really speak to Lewis very much. I mean, I think Lewis doesn't really watch my videos. I think he's got his family, he's got his kids, etc., and he tends to kind of come on a bit later. But yeah, I'll need to give Lewis, if you do watch this in record mode, give me a shout. Always good to have other people. Steve, Dale playing Berserk, he's worse than me at it. Get ready for lots of deaths.
Yeah,
you know who your friends are, mate. I'll tell you, we ain't friends like that,
Just bear with me. Hang on. I'm having to move things about a bit. Hang on.
Yeah, have OBS on another screen.
Yeah, it is on another screen at the moment.
Yeah, and then if you move the cursor over the actual, can you see the screen at the moment? Move the cursor over that, and if you right click, you can then expand the playing area to like full screen. If you know
I've got it full screen.
Oh, right, that's good. So what to do is see at the bottom of StreamYard, if you go to share and then share that screen so that you can see your screen as well. We'll just check it's working, and then we'll give it a go.
I'm just loading up Berserk at the moment.
Obviously, there's going to be, well, I'm going to say there's a tiny bit of lag because I'm going to be playing Berserk just through OBS, but the lag is minimal.
I don't know whether you'll hear any sound, but what I'll do...
Doesn't matter.
Just to see if it works, I'll do present.
Yeah, you present it and I'll try. So that's my one.
Screen.
Yep.
And I'll do... that. No, that might not work.
Right, what you need to do is you need to do share window.
Share window, yeah.
Yeah. So you do present, and then it's a window.
I've done that, but you see the whole OBS. How do I?
What
I did was I extended it to there. Sorry, I didn't.
Right. What you need to do is where in the actual screen that Berserk's playing, if you right click, then it comes up with a menu, and you can do like view sort of full screen, and it asks you to pick what monitor you want it to be full screen on. So if you right click, move the cursor over the Berserk play area in OBS, and then right click, and then there's an option to like make it full screen.
Yeah, I think it's this one. Is that right?
We can still see the full OBS.
Oh.
Well, let me share. Let me share you.
I'll do it again because it might be because it wasn't right. Here we go.
It's you're effectively got OBS and it's full screen.
Is that right?
There we go. Perfect. Right, what to do? Right, I'll let you play, and I will give you some tips, and then I'll have a game, and then you have a game. We'll just play it beer, if that's all right.
All right.
Will I start first? Will I play a couple of levels first to give you some tips, and then
That's
you can
all right. I've
jump
just got
in.
to remember, have I pressed the right buttons for the coin?
Right, I'll start first. All right, I'll play first for a wee bit.
Oh, there we go. Hang on. Started.
Right. Will I play first?
All right, I'll stop. Hang on, I'll press escape.
Right. No, just leave it in. I'll share my screen. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Need to remove you. Right. So let me get my. I was delighted to hear that Rolling Thunder is going to be coming to the Mister.
Yeah.
That's probably the last kind of game that I really, really want on the Mister. Is there any game that you would love to see in the Mister?
That's a good question, you know.
I mean, you can play any name, obviously.
Assault.
Assault. What? I'm just going to.
Do you remember that game that I told you about years ago when I first met you? I said, "Can you play Assault?" And you said, "I don't think I've ever played that." It was a twin stick, top-down tank thing where you rolled and you moved back and forth and you fired, and then you hit over a bump and it jumped up and then.
Yeah, kind of. It's almost like it was almost. Oh wait a minute! Unless you pay to subscribe to Jatago, you won't be playing Rolling Thunder for a good while. How much is that, Ox? Oh, I won't be doing that anytime soon. Right, what am I looking for? Right, Berserk. Right. As you know, there are different versions of Berserk. There's fast bullets and slow bullets. Slow bullets has a fast evil auto. Fast bullets has a slower evil auto. So it's the slow bullets is probably I think the one that's on the Mister is the I think that's the slow bullets. Right, I'm just waiting for this to start. There we go. Oh, right, hang on, right. Coin. And start. How do we start? How do we start? There we go. You can't hear that, can you?
No, don't worry about that.
It doesn't matter. Right, yeah, one big tip, don't really use the diagonals unless they're like bullets, unless the robots are going really, really slow. Because you're most likely to get hit. That evil auto's coming very, very early, by the way. So I'm going to struggle here actually. Yeah, I'm going to have to go down here, which I wouldn't normally do. What you want to do is you always want to come into the screen from the left and then exit from the right. And the reason being is because if you come in the middle, evil auto comes out in the middle, and you've got less time.
Yeah.
Can I get away?
Which is what I was doing for the majority, but then I started to run around a lot.
There we go. Right, hang on. I'm making an arse of this. As soon as you start on a screen, just fucking hell. See, I'm talking. I'm doing absolute shit. As soon as you start on a screen, just shoot. Instantly shoot. If you're going to die, it's usually as soon as you appear.
Yeah.
That's when you instantly appear. Now, be mindful of evil auto. Keep making your way to the side. Keep making your way to the exit.
Yeah.
Because once he comes in, you've not got much time. And what you can do is you can obviously make use of evil auto. He will kill baddies. So what you can try and do is try and try and get them to kind of shoot each other.
Yeah.
It's harder for them to shoot. Like, I'll try and kill him like that. It's harder for them to shoot up and down. You're always a far smaller target. Like, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go along here. They're probably going to die anyway. What I would do is I would just sit there and let Evil Otto mop them up. So never be afraid to like leave a couple of robots.
Yeah.
So just don't piss about with diagonals because you're going to die. Just keep moving. You want to get as far to the right as possible before Evil Otto comes. And another thing, what you need to remember, as soon as you shoot the last robot, Evil Otto speeds up. Fucking hell. He speeds up. So sometimes deliberately, fuck off. Sometimes deliberately leave robots because it'll delay Evil Otto. He'll move slower.
Yeah.
Just always get out of the way of a diagonal bullet because you're going to die. It's much easier just to like go like that and go like that.
Be always on a horizontal or vertical plane. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, fine. Always try and clear the screen because you get bonuses as well. And once you get to 5,000, you get
Does it
points.
make it harder if you leave 2 behind?
Well, Evil Otto goes slower, but what will happen is you'll not get the bonus.
I just noticed that there was 3 on a screen and I didn't hit 1 and I went off the screen and there was bloody 10 on the next screen.
Shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, I just instantly died. I'm going to go again. That was bloody rubbish. So this level is piss easy. Just mop them up. Always be mindful. Don't shoot and then immediately run because what you're going to do is you're going to run into an explosion and kill yourself.
Yeah, I knew that.
So yeah. I mean, you've got plenty of time in this one. So like I said, always get as far across to the right as possible. Stay about here and then you've got plenty of time to get away from Evil Otto. But if you hang about with the left-hand side and Evil Otto comes, then you're pretty much screwed. So again, get out of the way of diagonal bullets like that, and you've got plenty of time just to pick these guys off. And keep distance between you and the robot, so you've got much more time to.
That was the one thing I found difficult, Alan. Was sometimes I'd appear on the screen and 2 to 3 were around me immediately. And
you've got it. Like I say, if you're going to die, it's within the first couple of seconds. It's where it places you. It's complete luck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill these guys, and then I'll just I'll get across here. I might get time to actually kill these. Oof. Come on. There we go. But try and maximize. So again, get out of the road of any diagonal bullets and shoot as quickly as possible and try and clear. Because you'll notice the diagonal bullets go really fast. So I'm just going to let them kill themselves. There we go. Half the time you can actually just stand about and they'll die anyway. So again, shoot. Just immediately shoot. There we go. You want to clear the ones that are near to you. I'm just going to stay here. Oh, that's fine. They're dead. Come on, boys. Up you come. Oh, they're dead as well. There we go. I didn't even kill any. I say the secret is don't get in the way of diagonal bullets because you're going to die. And I'm just going to leave him there. He'll probably kill himself anyway. Come on. There we go. And again, before I go along here, I'm going to give myself as much distance as possible. Like that. And then I can just leg it. Back off. There we go. You can't actually kill him. I've never seen that bug before. You ran through a wall. Never seen that. Never seen that before. That's mental. Oh, come on. So you don't want to piss about. Oh, this could be tough. This could be tough. Oof. Oh, I'm all right. I'm still running the same speed as him, so I'm fine. If you have to go out the middle, then go out the middle. But try and not go out the middle. Again, get out of the way of the diagonal bullets. That's probably the biggest tip I can give you. Come on, you bastard. There we go. Hey. Again, shoot as quickly as possible and can you get rid of... Don't go running into fire because you're just going to die. Try and take him out if I can. That's it. Let's go up here, and what I'll do is I'll let Evil Otto take out that last guy for me. So kill him, and then I'll just stand down here. There we go. And obviously, the further in you get in the game, the quicker Evil Otto appears. So I'm going to leave these robots there. Well, I'll leave that one because that'll slow up Evil Otto. Right, come on. Oh, he might not. Is he going to hit him? Yeah, bollocks. No, the robot's not going to move down, right? I just need to leave that one. Again, fire immediately. Sometimes when you lose a life, it's very, very difficult to avoid it. I might struggle here. Okay, I'll start legging it. I'm all right. Again, get out of the way of the diagonal bullets. And don't forget, if you've got a robot and there's a robot between you and another robot, they will shoot each other. Right, I'm going to leave him there, and that'll help. No, maybe not. I'll take him out because if I move up there, he's going to shoot me diagonally. And the bullets do fire. They do travel faster as well when they're diagonal. Again, shoot them vertically, and it's easier. It's harder for them to hit you. Come on. Hey. It's a deceptively difficult looking. It looks really easy, but it's far from easy.
Back in must have been about 82, I suppose. So I'd have been just a teenager. I found the Atari one quite difficult, you know.
Oh,
but
you know,
still, I loved it, and I was getting quite good at that. It was just the arcade when I went.
Yeah, the Atari 800's the Atari 2600's a great version. Right, I'm not going to waste time and try and go and kill these wee guys. I'll probably kill himself anyway. Right. Again, put distance between you and the robot, and then just wait for him to come. There we go. Now, hey, there we go. They've killed himself. Again, get out of the road. See, the bullets are going really fast. Right, I might struggle here. Oh, fuck. Whoa! I had no choice. Oh, shit, what happened there? I've just gone into a different screen. All right, okay. All I'm going to try and do here is get across to the side. Oh, come on, you bastard. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, look at the speed of the bullets. As soon as you appear, just look to see who's closest and fire. Evil Otto's coming. These guys are going really, really fast. Where am I? Oh, fucking hell. There we go. Right, over to you now. Let's see if you can put into practice some of my worldly tips. I'll let you share your screen.
Yeah, well, it was already sharing, but hang
on. What do you
Yeah.
think about the follow-up to Berserk Frenzy? Nah, I've never really. I've tried it.
Is that okay?
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So again, yep, just get out of the way of their diagonal bullets and just try and shoot them vertically if you can, because it's harder for them. You're always a much smaller target. And don't worry about leaving some robots. Well, don't run out unless you can try and get Evil Auto. Right, come down so that Evil Auto kills him. That's it then. Get to the exit. So get ready to move instantly. Oh, you're okay. You've got plenty of time. I would leave. You could, yeah, you've got in this early level. You could probably kill these two guys. Now start moving to the right. Start moving to the right, and then come down. Like shoot him, and then run down so that you drag Evil Auto.
Oh shit!
Don't walk into the wall.
Yeah, I know.
Right, take out these wee guys. Yep. Right, you've got enough time, so I would. Yeah, I would watch. Right, just I wait for them to come down and then shoot them that way. Yeah. Right, shoot him. You can shoot him. Right, you're not going to be able to get that wee guy, unfortunately. That's a shame. Right. Take the one to the right if you can. Yep, and then take these guys out. Just shoot as quickly as possible. Watch out for the diagonal one like that.
God.
Yeah. You've got to be really careful.
Yeah, I always thought that.
Don't.
Bloody hell, they're blue now.
Get out. Yeah, move away. Give yourself distance. Right, and get out the way diagonal bullets. You don't want to do that. Right. And remember, try and get to the right. Keep moving to the right as much as you can, because you don't want to be caught on the left-hand side of the screen. Right, shoot down, quick, shoot down. Get out of the way of the bullets. What you need to try and do is get yourself into a. Well, there you go. I mean, you got almost 2,000 points.
Yeah.
Go again. Right, yeah, you can just take your time at this one, nice and easy. But I don't really bother with diagonal shots, because when you're shooting them diagonally, they can shoot you diagonally.
Actually, it's probably the sensitivity of this controller, because I haven't set it up quite yet.
Yeah.
Properly. I'm using my Mayflex one.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a very sensitive joystick, if you see what I mean. Which is why I keep hitting diagonals.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah, you should be fine. Again, just put distance between you. Oh, watch. Try and not run in front of them, like when it's the diagonal. Right, move up, and then you can shoot the guys. You can. Well, in fact, I let Evil Auto take them out. Oh, there you go. So again, immediately get out the road of any diagonal bullets. Right, you can shoot him down the way.
Oh, bollocks. See, I hit diagonal when I want it down, but
you want to get didn't get too close. You need to what you need to do is run away from the robot. Put as much distance as you can. Right, shoot up the way if you can.
No. Worse. One more go, because otherwise we'll take up all the time, and I've only got about 20 minutes or so.
That's all right. I'm probably going to have another couple of games anyway. Yep, because that is the main Meister logo. That is indeed, yeah, it's a little robot, Berserk thing. And then come all the way. Nah, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get that wee guy. Again, as soon as you get a robot like that, put distance, put as much distance between you and him as you can, so that it gives you time to react. Right, you'll be able to shoot him up the way. That's fine. You know, if you hold the fire button in, it'll auto fire.
He just fires.
Yeah, and it auto fires right up the way. That's it. Get out the road of the diagonal bullet. That's where you're going to die. The diagonal bullets. That's always the ones that are going to get you.
See, look, I'm bloody
Right.
Just pushing up
See,
and it's doing
that
diagonals.
that same robot's killed you twice in the same bit. Right, shoot down. And then shoot up the way. Right, and then yeah, just right, start moving. Start moving, and you be careful here. Don't do that. Oh, you're right. Oof.
Hey?
Playing with fire, right? No, you should have let Evil Otto kill the robot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah. Take your time. As long as Evil Otto's nowhere near you, you can take your time. Just shoot down. I don't stay up there and then just hold down and kill these two.
Oh, see, I went to the right, then left. Get it? I got 1,920, which meant I have got an improvement.
Right, come on, you can do better than that. Was your first go.
All right. Yeah, you taught me into it. It's all right.
Steve's top tip is avoid bullets.
Yeah, thanks.
But you do want to try and maximize. You do want to try and clear the screen as much as possible because obviously
I do know. Yeah.
You get again then run away from the robot and then shoot down the way and get him. Always put as much distance between you and the robot as you can. Right, kill him and then right, okay, shoot him that way. Right, I would like. Oh bollocks! Don't run into walls. That's another top tip. Right, shoot. Oh, right, you need to start shooting stuff. Then you run away for everything. Right, just hold the fire button and just keep shooting down, but obviously avoid the bullets, and you can get. Right, and then move across, and then shoot him down the way, and then you can start running. There we go. You've got plenty of time. I think it's about level 8 or 9. Evil Otto starts going faster than you. Right.
Oh. See, I've pressed fire and down, and I went diagonal.
Oh, is it? Maybe also maybe the joystick. Oh, you're going to. This is. Oof.
Yeah, like I said, I just need to.
Yeah, maybe the joystick's a bit dodgy.
There is what they call a tensioner on this joystick, and I haven't.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I think it's just a tension thing that I just need to.
What is it? Is that an arcade? Is that an arcade stick you've got? Is it?
Yeah. But it's not my proper arcade joystick, which is the X Arcade.
Ah, right.
That's the one that I play on all the time, and it was the one where I get the most. But it's connected to a different computer.
We got you, right. Right, so you need to be mindfully Evil Otto. Right, kill these guys, or let Evil Otto kill them. Right, come down and let Evil Otto kill them. Just there we go. You've just got to be you've kind of got to be moving all the time. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. He can't. Oh, you need to. Don't pause.
I wasn't pausing.
Right, get
out. See, I got to the position and it fires diagonally. You see, it's
you've just got to really quickly shoot up, down. You want to kill as many as you can, as quickly as you can. That's it. Just keep shooting to the right. You're fine because that robot above you can't shoot you from where you were. I would get to the exit, almost get to the exit, and then wait for these two. Position yourself. They come down a bit. Give yourself a bit more room. Right, that's good. Yeah, these are pick them off quite easily, and then what you want to do is give yourself distance, shoot down the way, take these two out.
I'm just sort of like.
Right, don't go back the way.
Oh, for God's sake. I wanted to get that one and then go to the right. Bloody hell.
There's a lot there, bloody hell.
Right, definitely that's the end.
Right, I'm going to have another go if that's all right.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing. There you
go. Right, cool. Where's my controller? There we go. Right, look,
just while you're doing that, I'm just going to check my mum.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem.
And then I'll show you the joystick anyway. It's a lovely joystick.
Nice one. Yeah, hopefully, folks, we will. I will get the best 8-bit video done. Like I says, my mate Neil was meant to be joining me tonight, but he's got a migraine, so had to cancel it. Thank you very much, everybody that's joining me tonight. I always appreciate it. Yeah, you need to stay the way off diagonal bullets. Oh, I don't want to go in there. I want to start moving. I'm going to struggle here. Oh. He's an aggressive little bastard, that one. Come on. Fucking hell. Whew. Right, and I'll let Mr. Otto take him out. There we go. Right, I might struggle to get him. I don't want to go up there because I'd have the entire maze to try and get him. I don't know if he's going to be able to get him. Hey! Come on! Fuck. He killed himself. Fucking hell. See what I mean? It's the diagonal bullets that are going to get you. Oh, he's going to commit suicide. That's fine. You can die. Oh, shit. Fucking hell. Right. Oh, so I'm saying it's when you die, it's impossible not to. Oh, shit. The quicker you can shoot them, the better.
Yeah.
Come on. Right, let's just run as fast as we can. Right, well, you can piss off, mate. As soon as you appear on the screen, they'll just fire in a direction, and because there might be a robot there. Oh fuck!
So what controller are you using, Alan?
I'm using my oh bugger! It's my Mike Hansen kind of arcade stick thing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's a great stick. Oof, that was bloody lucky. Some screens are just really, I think they're kind of randomly generated. Some are just really difficult, and others are a bit easier. Oh, bollocks. Oh, well. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Right, did we have some questions, I think, actually, from last week? I can't remember. You asked me some questions, didn't you? I think.
Oh yeah, but that was from weeks ago.
Was it? Oh,
I don't even know if they're still valid. I asked 5, but I thought, oh, you'll do that at some point. And to be quite honest, you've probably already answered them. And yeah, you know how it is. Are you still sharing the screen? Are you going to put us back
yeah, I'll just unshare it.
There so go. I never blame my tools, by the way, but that's the joystick.
Ah, right. So what were you getting?
It's a Mayflex. It's got Sanwa parts, look, but it's got a tensioner for this. This is quite a bit of play, but you'll notice how easy it is to do the diagonals when you want to just go up. But you know, it's got a tensioner at the back here, and it's so good. It's so good, right? Where is it? Quickly. Yeah, it's even got a plate so that you can make it 4-way.
Oh, so right. That's
so you see what I mean? You could. It's a very versatile joystick, but I haven't really configured it, but I use it when somebody gives me an arcade game and says, "Do you know what? As a friend, I want you to play this game," you know, and I'll put it on, and I want it to be as authentic as possible, which is right. You haven't played it for ages, tough shit. You ain't practicing. You just switch it on, and it's like with this joystick, and it's like now you just got to go.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't want to look at YouTube videos, all this sort of stuff. The maximum I will do is read the instructions. I don't believe I'll go in and without reading instructions, because some of the games, you know, even like Wolfenstein. I mean, how far would I get without reading the instructions on what some of the letters were, you know, W and all this sort of stuff? Right? I wouldn't get bloody very far whatsoever. But you can actually have a crib sheet of what the keys are, you know, on one monitor, and then play the game and go, oh, right, yeah, okay, so it's that key for that, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do. But I find it fun because people like to see deaths, you know, oh, a person get frustrated. Or they might actually be surprised and go, bloody hell, he did all right there. And Cipital I did very well on. I hadn't played that game in years.
Great game, actually. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't played it in years. I did all right with that.
But by the way, we're blessed with some video game royalty. Pac-Man 83 is Mr. John Studley, and John is only one of how many, John? About 6 people to get the perfect Pac-Man. He is something else, and I've gone off John because he's one of these annoying bastards that can he's not just good at Pac-Man. He can like complete 1942. What's your highest in Berserk, John? Is that about 100,000 or something? Something like that. Good to see you, John. By the way, it's been a while, mate. By the way, John, I need to get on my podcast, my Desert Island podcast, Nice and Nasty. So I'll give you a shout, and I need to get you on. You need to pick 3 games that you'll take to the Desert Island, and then you need to pick 3 games that you want banished from history. So I'll send you a message, John, later on. Anyway, good stuff. 24,000 that I've managed to get. I think my best it's between 20 and 21,000, which apparently is quite a good score. I think that's maybe quite a good score. Well, you see yourself, Dale. I mean, even getting like 2,000 is a bit quite challenging.
Well, it was just that just to name another person, a friend down the rabbit hole. He basically said he overheard you say, 2,000 and you're doing all right, as a first off. And he didn't get 2,000 in his. So I just turned around and went, look, I got 1,700 something, at the end of the day, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And I just got 1,900 and something. And I'm pretty sure if I'd have set my joystick up and everything, I'd have been doing a little bit better.
It's like anything. It's practice. Practice.
It's all I was trying to get at is that what I wanted to portray was for all those people that dismiss a game because they'll say they'll never be any good at it. Right? It's not about that. It's about the love of the game. You will get better, but I mean, I put it there by saying, look, over years, I never have. But I'm pretty sure, look, if I spent the whole bloody weekend just playing that game, of course I would. It wasn't about that. It was to get across that, some games are just timeless. They don't need fantastic graphics. You don't need all of this, that, and the other. This game is just sublime because of its simplicity.
Yeah. That's what I like about it. I mean, it's there's no control issues or anything. It's up, down, left, and right and fire button. You can't really get any simpler.
So when I was playing in the video, I was never saying, it's the bloody joystick. I was just getting that. You need to be comfortable with a joystick to play it. You know what I mean? And if you're not comfortable with a joystick, it's a harder game, isn't it? Because you're fighting the game and the joystick. Well, that's no good.
And what you need to remember is arcade games, they kind of took over from like fruit machines. They're designed to take your money as fast as they can. So they're deliberately set really difficult. So then people like John getting perfect Pac-Mans, they were never designed for people to like be able to do what they do. Obviously you get these players that have just got this exceptional kind of talent and they can play it indefinitely. When I was doing an arcade club on the weekend there, and Charlie Farr, I was watching him playing Galaxian, and it's great to watch because every bullet he shoots something. He doesn't miss. He never misses. The baddies can move from left to right. And he never misses. And he got up to about 50,000. He was in, right, I'm bored now. And then he showed me a little trick where you can actually you shoot so many, and then I suppose a bit like Pac-Man. Eventually the baddies go into a kind of loop, and you can actually just sit at the side of the screen. So if you need to go for a piss break, you can do that. I can go for a piss break when I play Galaxian because I last like 5 minutes. So I could go for as many as I want. But it's interesting when you see stuff like that. So is there any game, Dale, that you would say that you're? I mean, I would say I'm probably like I can hold them on at Berserk. I'm not bad at track and field. There's not really many games that I would say I'm really good at. Is there any game that you say you're above average at?
No, that's what I'm saying. Most early shoot 'em ups, I'm a pretty good hand at. But I told you, I said for weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months, I used to go up to a nightclub and I played Ghosts and Goblins, and I got pretty darn good at it. I've kept my hand on that game, but it's become a favorite, and I've bought it on just about every platform. I bought a PSP for it. I bought a PS Vita for it. I bought a Switch for it. There are certain games that you go, do you know what? I'll buy the console just to play the game because, that's how I'm into that game. It's a bloody challenge. it's one of those. It's just one of those ones where it's Arthurian Britain and it's Arthur. I mean, for God's sake, Arthur of and his knights. I mean, so I just love it, and the music has always been good in it, and all of that sort of stuff. And as much as I haven't played that game in a long time, I don't think it would take many coins in for me to say, there you are, look, got to the end of that level. Now I'm halfway through this level, another go, it would be at the end of the second level. It wouldn't take me long.
Yeah.
Before I was getting
how
back
far
into the group.
Have you ever completed Ghosts and Goblins in the arcade?
In the arcade, not without continues, but I have on one coin got to the end of level 3, 4.
Yeah.
4. That's pretty good, isn't it? One coin and level 4 is pretty free line. That game.
It's one game that I love playing. I play it a lot and I'm shit at it.
You see what I mean?
Well, here, you know when you obviously start running along and you go up the ladder and you shoot the plant and you jump over the tombstone, shoot the other plant, kill the zombies. You fall down and then there's a bird comes along which you shoot. Then you've got that little red devil thing. What is the tip to kill that red devil? Do you run?
Like
right
I said,
up
it's a matter of knowing. It's a matter of seeing where on the screen that comes on, because all you got to do is time your 2 shots, say your 1 lance or your 2 daggers, to be at the right hand edge of the screen where he's about to come on while you're moving. So do you see what I mean? So you press 2 and you keep moving and he'll suddenly come on and 2 are straight into him. You see what I mean? So you've got 2 bang straight into him, you see, like that. And then there's only another 2 shots and he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes I've been trying to figure out a strategy to kill that thing consistently. Because what I tend to do is I just piss it off, and it'll start flying about, and invariably it hits you right away. Then you end up dying.
Well,
so I don't.
The other way that people do it is they know that he's going to come on, and they know he's going to be at the bottom. Generally, right. So if you fire 2 shots and you've got your dagger, if you've got 1 lance, doesn't matter. The lance is a bit stronger actually. If you fire and then move along and jump and fire, you will he does actually go straight up, so you will hit him. You see what I mean? So he starts at the bottom and he goes straight up. Knowing that, you can time where he comes on and get in another shot when he's above, because you jumped and fired.
Right.
See what I mean? It's that's how it works. The other way of doing it is that you need to keep moving. He will go up, keep moving. He will go away over the top of you. You've got to turn around and fire at him before he starts firing at you. Right? So you do have a chance of turning back on him and firing that way.
Right.
Because he goes over. Once he does that, he starts coming down at you, and you might as well.
I take it you can't outrun him, can you? You can't just run off the screen. Now he'll keep.
The hot dogs are the things that I was talking about, which you outrun. They come in on in freeze, and they come down and around like this.
Yeah.
But they never. There's only one that's on the same plane as you. The other 2 are above. So if you fire and shoot that one and keep running, they can't go down and around and like this because the screen's constantly moving.
I think you said to me, don't. What I tend to do is just stand and fight them, but they just keep coming. You've got to keep running.
You leg
it.
Leg it.
Yeah.
And then the monster, believe it or not, is one of the easiest things in the world to kill. You only have to hit it about 4 times, dead. And you're going, why are all the other ones so bloody hard? This one creature is. I've shot it and it's dead. I've got the kill. I'm going.
Since I've got John in the stream, John's a fucking good Berserk player. I want to let him see that bug that you experienced when you were playing. Let me see let's have a look.
Well, while you're doing that, I've got to see if the occupational health person's here.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, you can bugger off
just mute the mic.
Come back. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, hang on a second, folks. Let me just come out of this. Dell was playing Berserk. Let's see. OBS. I can switch that off. There we go. Right. Yeah, Dell was playing Berserk in a video last week, and he actually he managed to run through the wall, which I've never seen before. Hang on. That can go over there. Just bear with me while I find his video. But yeah, John, I'll drop you a message, mate, and we can get tied up. That would be great. Right, where are we? Right, where? Right, Berserk. Right, yeah, right. I'm going to share the screen. When did this thing happen? 1720. Right, just give me a second, folks. Present. And I'm going to share screen, share window. Right, this is Dell playing. Now, it was at 1720. Watch this. His player goes down the bottom left, and then he actually goes out the screen. Is it here, I think? Are you watching? Look, he just went through the wall. I've never ever seen that before. Have you seen that, John, before? That's a weird one. Manages to pile. Just do a quick instant replay again. I know there is a bug where sometimes Evil Otto passes through robots. Here we go. Yeah, here we go, Dale. This is where you managed to run through the wall. Here we go. Boof. That is a bug.
Yeah. But look at that. They were on me a minute within a second.
One of you's bad enough. Having two in the stream at once, that's just too much for anybody, right? Let's get rid of that.
Oh, cheers.
Anyway, yeah, right. Let's remove. Hang on, I want to remove that. So
84 views. I didn't know that.
Did the people turn up for your mum?
Yeah, I've just got my mum up because she couldn't get out of the chair because she's tired. And they're just the occupational health person's walking with a Zimmer frame now into the other room where she can wash and get changed.
Oh, right, that's good.
You know,
that's good.
And I said I'll be out in a couple of minutes just to see how they are, because my mum might not want to go to bed, so she might want to go back straight in the room to watch the chase or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, not a problem. So anyway, listen, I think I'm probably going to draw the waffle at a close. I didn't want to make it a late one. I'm up quite early tomorrow anyway. So, yeah, again, apologies about the lack of doing the best 8-bit. That will happen once Neil is feeling better. So I'm going to get going. So again, thanks very much, Craig, for joining me tonight.
Can I ask one question?
Of course you can. Absolutely.
It was something actually that I think you said might have been in a Nice and Nasty broadcast, or it might have been in one of your videos, and it might have been last week actually with the Mega Drive, and you said, look, I recognize the Mega Drive as being a retro or an oldish machine, and I recognize myself as being in the oldish camp, and I don't recognize some of these things as being old. Are you starting to soften now and move forward just a little bit, and you might now consider a machine that you thought, never going to be on my...
Not retro enough. Yeah, I mean, my heart... Because
this is the thing, Alan. We know where your heart is,
yeah, man,
but it's just when you have a harsh wall where you say, anything before 2000, bleh, anything after 2000. But we're 25 years now past 2000.
I know.
And at some point,
I
as
mean,
you keep saying in your videos, I've done all my arcades that I like. There is nowhere for me to go. I can only go back and do the things that I've done before.
So are you
Does
saying
that not make you think I might just bring in one more machine and
well,
go,
yeah.
right?
So in other words, the PlayStation is what, 30 years old or something, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's if that's not classed as like, I mean, I don't know what the definition of retro is.
Well, we don't like the word retro, and I don't either. I
Yeah,
call myself a retro zone because it's a retrospective, not a retro computer, a retro vinyl album. It's retrospective on something. Do you see what I mean? So I'm doing a past lookup on something, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I never had the nostalgia. I think a big part of what I do on YouTube is it's to do with nostalgia, because then you've got the passion, because it's hard to talk passionately about something that you've just started doing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so consoles, I never really had any consoles back in the day, and I know quite a number, quite a large percentage of the people that watch my channel, naming no names, Steve. Yeah, they don't like me stepping out of the 8-bit era. They don't like me playing Mega Drive and all that. But I mean, you've got to try and keep it fresh. The thing is, the Mega Drive is a fantastic thing. I understand Steve didn't have one, and but you know, we're talking about. I mean, the Mega Drive, what will that be? How old is that? 40 years or something? That must be
89, is it?
So what will that be? That'll be coming up for 35 years old or something.
36 years.
Yeah. Aye, I don't think.
I look at things like this. I'm hugely enthusiastic for something that I'm nostalgic on, but I won't dismiss something that I'm not. I'll have a respect for it, but it's one of those things where I'm going to say, well, I never really played Altered Beast, you know, or I never really played the Master System version of Alex Kidd in Wonderland or whatever it is. But I will recognize the beauty that some people did.
Mm-hmm.
And I will have a go and go, do you know what? If I was back in 1986, I'd like that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a bit like films and even music to a certain degree as well. I mean, like people going about, what's that? Oh, not the Untouchables. What's that film? It's like the four English guys, James Buckley, what's it called again?
Well, the Untouchables.
No, not Untouchables. It's like
that's got Sean Connery.
No, it's James Buckley. He's the young guy. He's what the hell is it called? It's like four guys at school. There's been various films made over the years.
Four guys at school.
Oh, what's it called? It's English. They're English actors. James Buckley. Google them. What the hell is it called? There's all these films that have come out in the last 20 years, and people going about how great they are, and I sort of think, oh, that's just like that's for like
the In-Betweeners.
In-Betweeners, yeah. There's all these sort of like programs, and there's like sort of Jackass, and even Final Destination. That's like a different generations. We had things like Porky's and Kentucky Fried. What was it? Kentucky, not Fried Chicken. What was it called again? It was
Kentucky Fried Movie.
Bloody hell. We had Animal House. That was our generation of the In-Betweeners. And I'm like,
Porky's is American Pie and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and we're like, so like American Pie. I'm like, no, that's just for the young kids. But there's a bit. I think there's a bit of snobbery as well. Sometimes people would dismiss things because, I mean, I remember my she was my girlfriend at the time. Her wee brother, he came through with it was the what do you call it, Blur CD with the Greyhound running on it, the front cover. I can't remember what it was called. And he also had the Oasis one. Was it the guy walking into the distance? Whatever. I can't remember what it's called. He's like, oh, I love the. And he had not Supergrass. What's it called? Supergrass. Yeah.
Yeah, Supergrass.
Supergrass. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, they're shit. They're not as good as Depeche Mode and Howard Jones.
Well,
I mean,
Supergrass was from Birmingham. They did We're All Right.
yeah.
They were a band
Yeah.
for a year, for a few years. Yeah.
Tell you a group that I've been listening to a lot, and it was just through random YouTube, is the Traveling Wilburys.
They're lovely. They did 3 volumes.
Brilliant.
Such a shame. They got to the end of the first volume and he died, but they had enough material for volume 2, and then they did a sort of like a volume 3 with bits of him still there. They had enough. But Roy Orbison, what a loss.
Yeah. I never really appreciated Roy Orbison, but I've been obviously listening to his voice. He had such a kind of magical kind of voice that nobody else had, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
Very
Handle Me with Care is a fantastic track from the first album. And I got into Tom Petty because of that, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I like Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. I mean, even the early stuff I like of Tom Petty, but Into the Great Wide Open is a really favorite album of mine, and the one before that with Zombie Zoo and I mean, I could name some tracks, but
I think there's only
I'm not big into heavy metal like you, so I like those sort of things, Tom Petty and all of that. I like guitars, but I like I tend to like it sort of like electronic, soft or acoustic, or with 3 fantastic guitarists playing in tandem with each other, and they sound more than they actually are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
anyway, thanks for answering my question.
No.
I'm interested to know what the future is like for your channel, in the fact that you might now start do on occasion the odd snares and Mega Drive.
It's not going to be very often, because I don't have any real. I don't think
anybody wants it to be, Alan.
Yeah, but I do like a good shooter, and I have to say, the Mega Drive's got some bloody cracking shooters, really.
I think the nice thing about you as well is that you're open and say, do you know what? Every time I load this machine up, I get more and more surprised. You've said that about the VIC-20. I don't know how many bloody times.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll go back and go, why haven't I come back to this foot in about 9 months? I've actually quite liked that game. That was all right.
Well, Steve very kindly gave me a collection of Spectrum games, and bloody hell, some of them are just incredible. Really.
Yeah.
You're getting like Arcade Perfect Scramble, Arcade Perfect Space Invaders. It's like just absolutely mental. And of course, I was doing when I was doing a live stream a couple of weeks ago, I started playing a couple of games on the Auric, and now that I know how to load an Auric game, that's a whole new kind of avenue of games that I can start looking at.
Manic Miner on the Auric is actually quite good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tell you what, before we go, why don't I put on? I've still got your video playing in the background there. Let's just give it. Let's try. Hang on a second. What are we looking for? Right. Let me just bring up this again. So the Auric, you say, Manic Miner?
Yeah.
All right. Hang on. Let's.
Pretty sure it's the Auric. Me and Colin talked about it when he first got the Auric to work on the Mister, and he said, "Oh, you want to play Manic Miner on it?" And I got mine to work, and I'm pretty sure it was the Auric that we were talking about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Auric. Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a go. That's actually quite good that I can now technically play. I can use OBS, and because I don't, other than using OBS, I don't think there's any way of incorporating the Mister into StreamYard, is there?
No, we tried before. Didn't you remember?
Yeah. So this is the way to do it, I think. Right, let me just jump into that. What we're looking for? We're looking for computer, and we're looking for the Auric.
Pretty sure it was the Auric.
I need to get
and it was Manic Miner on it.
I always love a bit of Manic Miner. Nothing wrong with Manic Miner. Right, where are we? Yeah. Manic. I tell you what, I was playing it. I was at the computer club on what was I? When was it? The computer club yesterday, and I was playing Full Throttle on the PC DOS.
Oh, just bear with me, Alan, because the occupational
Yeah, no
health
problem.
is just
No
leaving. I'll be
problem.
back in a second.
John's saying, talking of shoot 'em ups, we have a world class player right here in the UK on Dodonpachi. Really, who's that? Who's that, John? I do love Dodonpachi. Can't play it for Toffee, but yeah, absolutely bloody phenomenal. Right, Manic Miner now. If I remember rightly, it's C load, and is it that? I think. Sorry, folks. I did say I was going to call it a day about 20 minutes ago. Luke Brins. Is he? Where does he play from, John? Is he play down in the arcade club? Or is Twin Galaxies still as much a thing now, John, as it was? Obviously, there's been that much with Billy Mitchell and that kind of stuff. Is it still as kind of popular? Would you say? Listen, you know what, John? Don't answer that. We can talk about that when we do the nice and nasty. Everything all right, Dale? Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gone, and my mum's sitting watching the chasers or whatever it is. I said I'll be out in 10 minutes. So
Talking of darts, let me segue there. What? I mean, Luke Littler. Luke Littler is as close. I mean, John has done the perfect Pac-Man. Luke Littler is like he's almost like the perfect darts player. Eh?
he's phenomenal, isn't he?
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely mental.
They said when he got very close that first time, they said, give him a year. But all you'll hear is the word Luke Littler, Luke Littler, Luke Littler. Hey, presto, a year on.
Yeah. I kind of thought that he was going to crash and burn. I thought it's too much pressure for him. But you know what? Fair play to him. And actually, he comes across, good evening, Pixel. He comes across as a kind of grounded, nice lad. You know what I mean?
Well, he said when he finished this game, didn't he? He said, I'm going back now to play in my pub league.
Is that I just pity the poor sods playing him in the pub league. Eh?
Yeah, I know. I thought, shit. I'll go in that pub.
Right now, I presume it's loading. I mean, it does say loading C.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it is the C load, and then that thing, isn't it?
Like I said, it was about a year or so back, but I do remember loading it up, and going, "Wow, that's all right."
And I think it loads in real time, so it probably does take a few minutes.
Yeah, and it is a port of a Spectrum onto a machine that never played it or had it.
Well, did Manic Miner never actually come out?
I think actually in the scrolling text when you were choosing it in the list, it says this is a port of the Spectrum. Blah blah blah.
All right. So it's exactly the same as the Spectrum, then, is it?
Yeah, but obviously with the Oryx got a sound chip.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a bit like that.
That's the only, I wouldn't say downside to the Mister is you don't know whether it's working. You don't have a physical tape.
Yeah. Because it acts like the real. It acts like the real.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So.
Yeah. The thing is, you don't really get bugs. I mean, when you load a core into the Mister, it doesn't crash or anything, does it? I mean, some games
it's
don't
something
work.
that Steve actually said in his video today.
Yeah.
He was playing a game that basically there's a lot of deaths in. I think it was called Stage something or other. He actually said, I can't get this to work in the Mister. Don't know why.
Oh, right.
But it works under an emulator and I got it to work. But the thing about it is it's a homebrew game, and the homebrew game wasn't designed to work back in 1977, 78. It's probably got some tricks and tips and memory things that it's poking and peeking to and all of this sort of stuff. And I then look at it and go, well, yeah, because somebody's written a core and didn't realize that some git from 50 years in the future was going to write this game.
Aye.
Make it work on that. But they will always say if you put this game onto a cartridge and play it in your original Atari, it will work, and it probably will. It's just that there's a person who's programmed the core, and he doesn't know that some sod's going to come along with a homebrew game.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Some of them might require some jiggery pokery to make them work.
Well, this looks like it's working. Is that
Yeah.
French Prezes 3 Foss Return? 3. Oh, bollocks.
Just try it.
Right, so what do we type here? Right, I think it's going to be green, blue, red, red. Return.
All right.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Hey, what's the chances? Right. Oh, well, a wee minute. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to be keys only, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly.
Right. Press
Probably
return
going to be ZX and
press return to start. Right. Where are we? Now what I'm going to do, because it's these keys. This is where I love the Mister. You can actually, because it uses need help with your camera, select this notification to start troubleshooting. Fuck off. Right, anyway.
What's the sound like? Because we haven't got any.
Oh, wait a minute. Why? Right, I don't know whether the Mister has crashed or whether it's just the OBS stream has crashed. Let me put it on my monitor and see.
Yeah.
Right, that's weird. Because the Mister itself is working fine. So if I remove it, and then right, I'll probably have to remove it and then
re-add
stop
it, yeah.
screen and then re-add it. That's a weird one. Or can you do entire screen? Oh, that's weird. That's still not working. The Mister itself is working, if you know what I mean. It's just.
What about if you deactivate and then close it and then add it again?
Right, I've taken it out completely.
Yeah.
I want to share screen, and then we'll just try window. No, that's not moving. That's. Oh, I wonder. No. That's weird. Why would it do
because
that?
I can even see now that Minor Willie looks a little bit quite good, quite defined.
Yeah, why is that? Why is that not working? That's weird because it says that the Mister itself is working. It's just the actual sharing part. That's weird. The fact that it was working.
Is it moving on your side? Can you?
Yeah. The Mister itself. I'm moving Minor Willie. It's working fine.
Okay.
It's just for some weird reason.
Almost like it froze with a screen grab.
Aye, yeah, that's bizarre. I'll try once more. Let's give it another go. Present, share screen. No, it's not.
What if you share another screen, then share another screen, and then go back?
Try that. No, see that's. Oh, you know what? It's probably. I know what it is. It'll be OBS that it's crashed in. So what I need to do is go into.
Close and reopen.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah. I'm trying to share it in.
Oh wow.
But let me close OBS down. I need to right. There's OBS there. So if
I was only intrigued. I was only intrigued to think what you thought of the RX version of Manic Miner.
I want to try it now that you mention it. Right, we'll just restart OBS. Right, why is that? No.
I'll take this opportunity.
Oh, right. You know what? I'm going to call it a night. USB device not recognized. The last USB device.
Right.
Bollocks,
anyway, thanks very much for all the support, guys. Just want to say that before we go. So, because I'll let Mainmeister round up the night.
Yeah, listen, thanks, Craig, for joining me tonight. It's always good to catch up, mate. Give your mum a big cuddle from myself. Yeah, and finally, folks, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I should be along on Sunday, and I keep saying it. I think I've got about 4 or 5 videos that I've done, and all I need to do is add the commentary, and I've just not had a chance, so I will get them done. If you're still watching, I will hit you up shortly in Messenger, and we'll get another nice and nasty.
And I dare say I'll have another 2.5 marathon blog. You've got to listen to, unfortunately.
Just before I go, have you been watching Adolescence? I've heard all about it. Stephen Graham, 4-part thing. Have you heard it? I've not seen it yet. I've not seen it.
I've heard of it, but I haven't been able to watch an awful lot of TV. In fact, the last film I saw was one I shared with you, Alan, actually, which was called Deep Breath, I think. Was it?
Oh, yeah. Aye, no,
which was based on a true story, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll need to watch that. So, anyway, folks, listen, I'm going to let you guys go off. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Sunday night. Until next time, folks. As always, thank you very much for watching.
Bye-bye.